Hello everyone, my name is Bradley, I have a Brad taste in music, and today I'm reacting to Todd in the Shadows, the top 10 worst hit songs of 2023. Now, Todd in the Shadows is one of the original, one of the OGs of music review in YouTube. He was there at the pinnacle, the peak of this whole music review and crapshoot or whatever. And yeah, I've watched a lot of his videos. I think he's a great entertainer. I think he's gotten better as he's mellowed out. I've watched some of his old videos where he's like screaming about how much he hates songs, and it's kind of cringe. But like now he's just like a lot more, level-headed about it, which is nice. Todd's real name is Michael Jackson. All right, he lives in 1234 Guantanamo Bay Avenue. All right, and he likes to hide he likes to hide behind a mask. With a smile for hours at a time. Is it gonna start off saying this video is sponsored by Audible or some shit? Oh, no, not karma. Ooh. Hi, YouTube. Shut up, Hi Mine. Trying to steal clout. Hey, Sniper Wolf would not have given as much context as I just did towards Todd in the Shadows, okay? Then again, I've never watched a Sniper Wolf video, so. Your real name is Michael Jordan? You just said your name was Riley earlier.
I feel like every year since the pandemic, I've said, wow, this was a weird year for pop music, but wow, this was a weird goddamn year for music.
Okay, I'll just say that, like, Todd in the Shadows is probably the only guy who's making a hits list that I personally care about. Because realistically, I guess you could say, Spectrum Pulse. I think I watched his best video. But, yeah, hit songs nowadays just means so little. Like, Todd Rundgren, yeah. Like, I don't know, man. A hit song is so loose. Like, it used to be so simple, a label would shit out a song and sometimes you liked it and sometimes you didn't. Now it's all complicated and shit, so.
Music constantly surprised you, but I did not expect a year where hip-hop would be struggling to chart, and meanwhile regional Mexican music would be kicking its ass. A year where country music would take over the charts while drowning in controversy. That shouldn't be able to happen, but the number ones this year were mostly trash.
Yeah.
Does that make this the worst year for music ever? No, but
what even were the number ones? I mean, I know Oliver Anthony and Try This Year in a Small Town were number one. Probably Karma featuring Ice Spice was number one at some point. Anything Ice Spice is probably number one. Was that? Oh, Jack Harlow. I don't like no, it's in chains. AirTV said sometime. Yeah. The ARTV list I'm excited for. Slime You Out. Last Night, Morgan Wallen. Flowers, Kill Bill. Last Night, Cruel Summer. I Remember Everything. Yeah, that seems about right.
Probably the least.
Last night, we let the liquor talk. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't actually hate that song as much as some other people do. Maybe it's because, like, I grew up at a time where Maroon 5 was, like, a thing, But, yeah.
Year for music ever. And there's, like, data for that. The bar for getting a number one hit has never been lower. The last new number one from this year was some Jack Harlow song that you have never heard of. You don't know it. You'll probably never know it. And you'll have lost nothing from your life for not knowing it. But also just straight up old songs. Songs from even more than a decade.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That did happen. Oh, it's so annoying. Like that one Weekend song, like, picked back up again. The Jack Harlow song isn't even bad. It's just obvious. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad song. I heard it. I'm like, it's kind of cute, But then I was like, it's number one. It's number one for what?
2023 had no interest in 2023. Does anyone even care about music anymore? You know what I'm
not
really
really
into right now? Silence. Oh, man. Thought silence couldn't possibly top that.
No, I see. That's what I mean. Is like old Todd, where he's literally just saying, what's nicer than music? Nothing. This is my Todd. Hashtag my Todd.
Let us dismiss this bizarre year and hope for better the next. We're counting down.
This is why
I don't leave the house. Why would you choose this song for the worst, man? Come on, this song is so good, and you chose this as being the what is it called? What does he call it? The music that plays in between everything, is it like the bump music or something? Anyways, terrible song to throw into the worst list. Transition music. Yeah, transition song. A bumper. Yeah, there you go. Bumper. That's what I'm looking for.
The top 10 worst hit songs of 2023. Number 10.
Dude, This Is Why is like... Dude, when I first heard This Is Why, I think I was like so disappointed by it. Like, I thought it was such a boring song and sounded nothing like Paramore. And then I was like, wait a second, I was never that big fan of a Paramore in the first place. Why am I complaining? And then all of a sudden I was like, damn, this song is great, dude. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Why is he Anyways, it's going to be K-pop, which, to be fair, is a very good choice.
Woo, yay, woo. Look, Travis Scott bores me to fucking tears. Yes, he has a couple songs I like, but, who is Travis Scott?
Let me just put it like this. Last night, I let the liquor talk, okay? And it was talking, and it got me to put on Travis Scott. And I was listening to Astroworld while completely drunk out of my mind, and it was the best music I've ever heard, okay? There is a time and a place. I'm just saying.
Who is he as a person that has made him such a big deal? Why is he on a Happy Meal? Why are fans still risking life and limb to see him in concert?
I don't know, man. I like Travis's music. I feel like he's been very consistent since like his first debut project. Jesus. Words.
You know Travis Scott's not even his real name.
Travis Scott's not even his real name. Well, to be fair, this doesn't really roll off the tongue. Not even his real name. This is just a stage name. Oh yeah, anyways, I was going to say that Todd's opinion on Travis Scott hasn't changed since Rodeo. Like, genuinely. I agree with that take, but also Astroworld and Rodeo are fantastic albums. Exactly, they're great albums. Like, they're great albums, and they're so good to the point of where I'm like, why would I even care? Why would I even dissect it to the point?
Old man Todd, not getting it again. So it's been gratifying to see this become a pretty common opinion, even among people who like him. His defenders are like, well, maybe his rapping is boring, but his beats are always so good. Versus critics who are like, well, maybe the beats are good, but his rapping's so fucking boring. I would argue that his beats used to be way better also. For example, Switch. Travis Scott's latest album, Utopia, was...
Okay, but let's be honest here, all right? The chopped and screwed version of this song definitely fixes all the problems.
Decently successful, but its lead single,
It's a joke, by the way. It's literally terrible.
It's called K-pop, but it's not K-pop. It's a reference to doing ketamine. And it only comes up once. Honestly, it strikes me more like search term optimization than anything. Like you're trying to trick BTS fans into clicking. Like the people who put out songs called Today's Wordle.
Is that real? People do that, dude? Today's Wordle? Oh my God. Also, who has to look up the Wordle? I've literally never failed a Wordle in my life. Like, who's out here looking that up? There's only like 26 letters in the alphabet. You just have to use them all and then use your brain.
Anyway, this is my Travis Scott entry on this list because it was the safest pick. Even fans didn't seem to like this one. Honestly, I don't really see that much difference between this and the rest of the album. It may even be one of the better ones on it since it has the least amount of Travis Scott on it.
Wow, that is a terrible take. Did you just say that K-pop is probably one of the better songs off this album, implying that he hasn't actually listened to Utopia?
He does about 30 seconds of what is barely a verse and then gets the fuck out of the way so that people with personality can take the mic. And you know what? Last time I had to talk about Travis Scott, I mentioned how some critics compared him to DJ Khaled, just a guy whose only job it is to recruit more interesting people into his orbit. I didn't think that was fair. Travis Scott does at least still write and rap. But thinking about it more, I think that's actually unfair to Khaled. At least when DJ Khaled says something, I notice. DJ Khaled! DJ Khaled has said 5 words in his life, but
Way
I
the
remember
best
every
music!
one. It's not like
Bring
anyone
out the
else
whole
counts himself in
ocean.
glory either. I listened to all his records. I even watched his stupid documentary. I have no...
His documentary was terrible this year. That documentary, I could not get through it, dude. It was the most self-gratifying crap.
idea who the fuck he is. I'm sorry, I just get frustrated. Why do I have to know about this guy?
This is why.
I'm not going to ever get over this. He's going to be like, that's right, play it again, the bumper music. This Is Why by Paramore is on the list of the top 10 worst songs ever made.
Number 9. One of the big questions coming into this year was, could the biggest breakout star of the 2020s keep up the momentum?
I met a guy in the summer.
Don't tell me Olivia Rodrigo is on this list. She did not make a single song this year that is worthy of being on a top 10 worst hits list. This is terrible. Don't even.
And Yeah, I'd say she did for the most part. I was only warm on Olivia before. I thought Sour was mostly 7s and a couple 8s, but the second album was...
How are you gonna say that it's lukewarm and you say, yeah, that album was mostly 7s, occasionally 8s? Like, motherfucker, that means the album's like a 7 out of 10. What?
So good. I think I could make the case that it's the best pop album of the year. I can try at least. Just have to ignore the biggest hit from it.
Hey, Joanna, thank you so much. LLLLL. This is psychotic. I didn't even like Vampire that much, but to put it on a top 10 worst hit songs list is psychotic. At least he's saying the rest of the album is great, though, because it is. It's a great album, dude.
The satisfaction asking how you're doing now. How's the castle built of people?
I guess this is my hottest take of the list. I couldn't justify putting it any higher. Wow, I did not like this. In fact, I thought this song was going to be a humongous flop because I thought it was just a disaster. Her worst
Vampire
song...
top 10 song of the year? No. No, don't tell me. No. Olivia Rodrigo has much better songs on Sour. Not Sour. No, it was Guts. God, I get the names mixed up. Damn it. This song is so good. But yeah, anyways. Was nominated for Best Rock Song? Yeah, I mean, what's it up against? Try this here, try that here in a small town. Radio song by Hardy.
Structurally, it's a mess. It takes forever to get going. No part works with any other part. The chorus dies right when it's starting to build up, and the lyrics are so bad.
Oh no, he's convincing me. He's right though. Damn it, he's right. You know, the song is kind of the worst one off of Guts though. Like, and when I think about it, it's probably it is the song I enjoy the least off of Guts. Oh no.
So bad.
He's good at that? No, he's not good at that, bro. Last year he put Anti-Hero by Taylor Swift as the best song of the year, and I've never enjoyed the song less than when he said that, okay? That's like, come on.
Is this guy a vampire or a car thief, Olivia?
Bleeding me dry like a goddamn vampire.
I think she thinks bleeding me dry like a goddamn vampire is some kind of killer line, but she puts absolutely nothing behind it. And she...
Oh no, worst on Guts means I think it's like a 5 out of 10 song. Like, I don't think you guys realize that. That means that, like, I'm pretty lukewarm on it, you know? Guts is a great album, dude. I don't know what to say.
Builds it up with lines like this.
But Anti-Hero is like a 2 or a 3 out of 10 song. Like, come on.
I've made some real big mistakes.
Some real bad mistakes, but you're so bad, you make the worst ones look fine. You know, I wondered why the F-bomb in Driver's License shocked me so much.
'Cause I still fucking love you.
But I listened to this, and now I realize it's because she's bad at it.
Blood sucker, fame fucker.
I will. Here's the thing, though. I personally didn't mind the F-bomb in Driver's License, but I do mind it here, and I agree. It does sound awkward when it comes out here.
She's bad at cursing. She sounds like she's 12. Fame fucker?
Fame fucker.
Also, you know there's a word for that already, right? A better one?
Star
I think more than
fucker?
anything, my problem is that...
Oh, wait, yeah, Starfucker. Wait, so that what actually? Bloodsucker, Starfucker. Wait, that actually is so much better? Wait, hold on a second. Wait, he's on to something. Oh, no. That is so much punchier. Because Bloodsucker, Starfucker, is like there's kind of soft and the hard consonant. Or backwards, or... Hold on, he's actually cooking it. He's actually cooking.
This guy, this supposed vampire, he doesn't seem that important. You compare Vampire to Lord's Green Light, or Billie Eilish's Happier Than Ever, or her own Driver's License, and they all hit so much harder because the pain is so raw. Like Driver's License, yeah, that's your first breakup. This is just a bad rebound.
No, he's right. He's so right. I'm sorry, Riley, if you're still watching. I think Todd might have... This is one of the first times ever Todd has actually talked me out of a song. I mean, damn.
It was true love, but wouldn't that be hard?
Like, I'm sure it wasn't fun, but You don't sound heartbroken, and you don't sound abused.
I'm
All
never
too
getting
well
those
out of a
backstage
situation that only
passes.
deserves we are never getting back to.
Bleeding me dry like a goddamn vampire.
I'm sorry. I really did not like this. Number 8.
I feel no need to.
Oh, not Drake. Already, yeah. Tension's definitely rising. I don't even know enough hit songs in this year. I only know the songs that are hits because of the iTunes chart payments or whatever.
Appease anybody.
As 2023 came to a close,
I need the max
Drake
win.
did something he has almost never had to do: concede defeat.
Welcome to the Eras Tour.
For the past 5 years or more, it was neck and neck between Taylor Swift and Drake as the biggest pop star of this.
Oh my God. Can you imagine a more boring battle? Drake versus Taylor Swift, who's the biggest pop star in the world. Jesus Christ, dude.
And this year it became clear that Taylor Swift had pulled decisively ahead. A fact that Drake actually acknowledged on record.
Hey, Witch Flower, thank you. What? Wait, what is this line? Thank you, Witch Flowers.
That Drake actually acknowledged on record.
Taylor Swift, the only nigga that I ever rated. Only one could make me drop the album just a little later.
Oh my God.
Yes, he actually called Taylor Swift the N-word.
I know.
Here for her. But while Drake can no longer claim to be number 1, he's correct that he has no challengers for number 2. You can ask him about his success, he'll tell you. He's got more hits than the Beatles, and as recently as 2 years ago, I might have been able to say I still understood. But at the end of 2023, why?
Hey. Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah. Did this make my list? I don't even remember. I don't even remember this song existing. This song is really terrible. Like, it's shockingly bad. So, yeah, there's no surprise here. This definitely earns the spot here.
Someone to be patient.
No, literally, the AI-generated Drake song that came out before this was better than this.
They don't even need to be as famous as me.
Drake has been treading water since at least 2018. All his projects have sounded exactly the same, except for that one.
Hitting the song you means you've never been in the club. Let me tell you right now. All right, Riley? This song is the most limp dick crap ever in the club. The only club music I'm listening to is this, okay? All right. This is club music.
Throwing money in the air like I don't really care. Oh, I don't really care.
Or we could be listening to the original club song.
Ether boy, pop champagne, pop champagne.
The only charge at all is that it samples Kim Kardashian.
I didn't come this far just to come this far.
And I guess it kind of implies that he's gonna fuck and or marry Kanye's ex, so I guess that Kanye-Drake feud is back on, as if I could care. Yeah, let's say that in the Kanye story, a pissing contest with Drake seems a little trivial right now. That's the closest thing it has to a hook or a gimmick. Otherwise, he just sings about wanting a woman to come rescue him so he can settle down, I guess.
Don't know how to express my love. That's
Alright, American Express, yeah.
Sound like
Makes
the
it
RoboCop
so bad,
version of
yeah.
himself.
all day, mommy. I know I'm a pit bull, but dolly, mommy.
You get that man's name out of your mouth, you son of a bitch. You're not Pitbull. Pitbull's fun to listen to.
Bro, yo, is he No, he's doing it. He's defending Pitbull. I've been saying this. Yo, he's about to defend Pitbull. This is the best day of my life.
And if you mean you're a pitbull like a dangerous animal, you're definitely not that either. It's funny, Pitbull was never considered a great lyricist, but he never wrote a line that bad. It's a painful force.
Okay, that's a lie. No, Pitbull, I think, has written lines that are significantly worse than that. What is it? Like, get on this cock and we'll make a movie like Alfred Hitchcock? Talking about, now here comes some egg whites. I think him talking about his sperm. Yeah, the Kodak line. I got ADD, a delicious dick. That's right. He did do that.
Baby, I got ADD, a delicious dick, and I'm ready to act the fool in this.
Excuse me? Yeah, no. So, I'm just going to say that Pitbull, yeah, he has some of the worst lyrics I've ever heard. So, yeah. But at least they're funny bad. Drake is just sad bad.
Who could possibly believe he's long-term relationship material at this point? He's gonna just become.
I need the Max win.
He's gonna become a weird old guy.
I need a better song. I don't know why, but I love that. I need a Max win audio from Drake, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that made me like Drake more. Made me. It was like, oh, he's just goofy. Okay. Anyways, I guess I should be rating these songs. Oh, K-pop. I'd give K-pop 3 out of 10. I'd give Vampire 5 out of 10. I'd give Search and Rescue a 1-, probably.
Number 7.
Take me to church, I worship like a dog.
A few years ago, I put "Take Me to Church" by Hozier, a song most people seem to like, on one of my worst lists.
He did? Really? There's no... Wait. No, I listened to literally the top 100 songs of whatever the hell year it was that song came out, and I could at least come up with like 50 songs on that list worse than this one, dude.
A little flag. Hey, Todd, what if you heard a song that sounded exactly like this, but all the churchiness was played 100% straight?
Unholy.
What would you think of that?
Right?
Well, let's find out.
Daylight by David Kushner. I don't know what the hell this is. What the hell is this? I remember Mario's Let Me Love You? Yeah, of course. My favorite version was the 6ix9ine cover, CC. I don't know what this is. The TikTok song? Oh, God.
Telling myself I won't.
Oh, no. Okay, I'm just going to say this. This may be a hot take, okay? But if you look like this and you're like the age of like 20, you should never be making a goddamn song that's this like slow and low on the piano. That is terrible. That immediately gives me the heebs-jeebs. This is on Spectrum Pulse's list. Hopefully it's the worst list, not the best one.
I won't go there. Oh, but I know that.
Oh, I hate it. 0. Nah, everything about this aesthetically, his voice is terrible. I'm getting like Louis Capaldi, but instead of screechy, it's just painfully boring.
But I won't care.
This is
Which Louis Capaldi already was.
Daylight by David Kushner. Yet another example of TikTok fucking it up once again, launching an obscure singer who doesn't need to be famous into the limelight. Now, I don't know if David Kushner labels himself a Christian singer exactly, but he is apparently a pretty religious guy, and he wrote this song about being tortured by
Jesus Christ, how old is this guy? Let's see. He was, yep. He is 3 months younger than me. Jesus Christ.
temptation and sin off of his own label, Miserable Music.
Yeah, that lines up. That seems about right. How old is he? He's 23. Bro, Miserable Music. Yeah.
Buddy, you said it.
There's darkness in the distance.
Now, Take Me to Church is very easily the model he's working off of. He even has the same producer, but instead of being ironic, he means the Christian guilt aspect of it very straight. Now, I have sought out what he said about it, and
oh no, he did a genius interview for this crap. Look at him. Look at how he sits. He looks embarrassed to even be there. He's got no charisma.
Telling yourself you won't go there, it's just that darkness that...
Oh my God. See, I don't believe people who are like this, who live every day in misery and are so dark and edgy with a dark cloud flying over their head.
you know, that's just a guess. He could reveal his crippling addiction to gay heroin tomorrow, but it sounds like...
His crippling addiction to gay heroin? What? Did you say gay heroin?
a sheltered kid.
They're putting gay in the heroin now, dude. They're putting gay in the heroin.
If Temptation felt like this song sounds, no one would do it. It's kind of the other side of the coin of Sam Smith's Unholy. I've had some regretful morning afters and some weak afternoon befores, and I still just don't connect with this song at all.
Now, listen, all right? I'm someone who's constantly looking for happiness, and let me tell you right now, the last place I would ever go is this. There is no understanding to be found in what this guy is doing. I mean, I'm just going to say it's terrible, and I have nothing else to say. I'd give it like a 1 out of 10. Like, genuinely, wow. If I knew about this, I would put it on my list as well. I mean, this is horrific.
Moon, darkness, daylight. Grow up.
There's going to be no soul stealing today. None of my buttons work, except for... Actually, no. There's actually none of my buttons.
Number 6.
Bury me in Georgia.
Uh-oh. Whatever the hell this is, I'm not liking the preview song, which I imagine is something older.
Last year, I had to apologize for how much country music I had on the best list, because I know a lot of you aren't into that. Maybe I was onto something, because country music exploded afterwards. Like, it was all I ended up
It's going to be
talking about.
Oliver Anthony or
Like
Jason Aldean or something.
Anyway, the country music that got the most attention this year was, one, the really crossover heavy pop stuff, and on the other end, the more authentic red dirt roots country. But in between, there's a wide array of stuff in the middle that isn't modern or authentic.
God, am I racist, or do all these people look the exact same?
It's traditionally mine.
You know what it is? It's got to be the camera filters, you know? Everyone uses the same camera filter for their stupid on the lawn playing the acoustic guitar bullshit, dude.
I'm going to give you the worst one.
Wow, what a shock. It's something I've never heard of before. Let's discover it together, you guys.
Find you a girl on a Friday
Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, Christ. I don't like what I'm hearing.
night.
I miss broke
God, this guy does not have the voice for this.
country. Congratulations, universe.
For reference, this guy once sang, "I love it when she raps to an Eminem song." I hated him ever since.
Songs out there where they try to advise you how to find happiness.
Buy dirt.
Buy a house and raise a family. Gee, thanks. I didn't think.
Oh, wow, yeah, just buy dirt, you know? Just buy dirt. It's that easy. What are you doing? Not buying dirt, huh? What are you, fucking broke or something? Just buy dirt.
That I was just gonna smoke crack. Anyway, Dylan Scott has some advice too. Find you a girl, and specifically a girl who's basically fun.
Oh my God. Try that here in this economy. See how far your dollar takes you down the road. Round here, we take out all our loans and try to buy shit for 4 more homes. And yeah.
Fun. She's a good girl, loves her mama, loves Jesus and America.
But is also willing to, you know. You know, I'm supposed to keep it quiet because it's like 12 o'clock. I don't think that's keeping it quiet.
Too.
Find you a girl with black.
Glizzy Overdrive. Find you a girl who can Glizzy Overdrive, you know?
All the things you love to do.
Find you a girl who cooks, likes all your friends. She doesn't nag you about watching sports all the time. Will only get hotter as you get dumpy and old.
Find you a girl that's like fine wine that just gets better with age.
This is not a real woman. This is the photo of a woman that came with the picture frame. It's a fantasy. It's
Exactly. Find you a goth gamer girl.
porn that isn't hot. But if this were just condescending, that'd be one thing. But we got to get to the punchline. What is the cherry on top?
Okay. Oh my God. Wow.
Fuck you.
Thank God she loves me.
You ever see someone do a humble brag and forget the humble?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna be straight with you, Dylan Scott. Your girl sounds boring. Here's my advice. Find yourself a fucking freak who's a complete and total disaster and ruins your life. Live la vida loca, baby.
Yeah.
Sounds way better than this.
Find you a girl Who you can buy dirt with and raise 20 kids, send them to college.
Number 5. Look, some people just aren't
Find you a girl who does gay heroin.
meant to be famous.
I've been selling.
Yeah. Richmond or Richmond. I mean, whatever. Nothing even left to say. Oh yeah, that previous song, I'd give it like a 1 out of 10. Probably could also land on my list of the worst. I'm just so bored of hearing about this song, man.
My soul, working all day, bullshit pay.
Also, he's not even singing into the mic. Is that why he needed so much compression and reverb?
Is called Rich Men North of Richmond.
Anyway, Republican politicians.
Yeah, a lot of problematic stuff with
I mean, to be fair though, him even denouncing it, most people wouldn't do that. Like, you know how many people will make something like that and see the money and then just keep doing it, you know, like Tom McDonald.
Fight the power, but there were unpleasant vibes coming off of this even before he makes clear which side he's on in the second verse.
Hold on, stop. Pause everything. There's a gay remix of Rich Men of Richmond.
I've been sucking off Rick all damn day. Can't help myself, cause I'm so gay. What the world gotten to for like me.
Oh, whoa, hey, okay. Whoa, yeah, okay, yeah. Whoops. Well, that went from fun to... Wait a second. This is the demo version. Yeah, that's definitely getting cut from the video. Okay.
I already made a video about this, but I'll say it again. I thought you were angry at the rich men, not fat people on food stamps. Did you forget the title of your own song? And he says it with... And then hear him say, well, the rich men want to control what you think and what you do, and not think he means, like, accepting people's pronouns. And when I said this before, the song's fans gave me shit for it on every platform I had.
It references the inefficiencies of the government because of the politicians within it that are...
Like, oh, you're putting words in his mouth. He explained what he meant. You're taking it wrong. Well, I do try to be fair, so in the interest of having a respectful...
What do you mean? Who gives a fuck what he meant originally? A poor written song is a poor written song, you know? Like, it's too late to, like, go back and... Nah, it's like, the damage is done. As a fat person, fudge rounds are the worst snack ever. What even is a fudge round? What is a fudge round? Is it just like fudge in a ball?
Quite frankly, stage-managed sounding explanation about how he was just criticizing government waste, and it only makes sense if you did not listen to the goddamn song. The obese milking welfare. There's not a second way you can take that. The government puts mind control chemicals in the water. For the record,
Yo, it's the guy in the shadows? No. See, because he has a big beard, and in this frame, he doesn't have a beard, so it's not the same guy.
I do think the guy has potential. Wanted to be the voice of the people and then didn't like the people he was given a voice to. I think they had a better sense of what your song was about than you did, man.
Yep.
Sorry.
Overtime.
That's so based.
Bullshit.
Wait, that final line is so based that they have a better understanding of his song than he does? That's actually kind of insane.
Pay.
I don't leave the house.
Number 4.
I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright.
Oh, yeah, of course. It's gonna be, they made another song, Baby Don't Hurt Me, which is just What Is Love, but like this crap, but for What Is Love.
I honestly didn't think you could ever make a song this insipid again.
Yeah, yep.
And then this year, the exact same artist took his own lazy ripoff and lazily ripped it off. First, we get back David Guetta, a DJ.
Shout out to his family. That's that clip. Famous, wonderful clip. I'm Good is a banger. I don't hate it as much as some other people. If I don't see, dude, how is TX2? That song wasn't a hit. That song is not a hit. It's a hit amongst this community because people kept sending it in to torture me, but it's not a hit. Anyways, yeah. Shout out to his family. Classic.
Perfect. This baby's done. And can I tell you something? I have never, not once, heard What Is Love without...
All right. I think that Baby Don't Hurt Me is worse than I'm Blue. Even, as if there was a competition even going on of what's the worst David Guetta song. I think that this one here is actually worse than I'm Blue. Or I'm Good. Damn it. I get them mixed up. Because, yeah.
Without doing the Roxbury head pop. But it didn't even occur to me. My neck may as well be in a cast. It's so motionless. In fact, I almost think it's worse than I'm Good. At least I'm Good only ruined Blue Dabba Dee, which was already an obnoxious novelty song.
I will say one thing is this song is so lazy that I don't think it actually ruins the original What Is Love song. Like how I'm Good was like, I don't know, there's something more vocal and in your face about it. I don't know what happened to David Guetta. He was a huge influence in EDM music in the late 90s and inspired artists like Daft Punk to push their music to a bigger audience. Disappointment? No, I even enjoyed some of his early 2010s output too. Like late 2000s, early 2010s. I feel like he still is at least making fun, bangers and whatnot. But he really is like, I mean, damn, like it could not get worse for him right now.
Speaking of lazy samples, this is probably the last time you will ever hear of guest rap.
Oh yeah, that's right. Coi Leray is on this song. That's so funny because Coi Leray was the queen of lazy sampling this year. Like she was on every song with a bad and lazy sample. Like that's actually so funny. I just thought about that.
Rapper Coi Leray, who looked like she had a chance to be the next Doja Cat, and then released a whole album of lazy, obnoxious samples like this.
Oh, yep. No. Okay. Maybe I should. No, why? You know how I've been trying to avoid this song for so long. You have no idea. I was like, finally, I don't ever have to hear it again. But here it is.
Yeah, we're not doing this. This actually tanked so hard that I think female rappers were allowed to have a personality again afterwards. But again, I'm not angry. It's not offensive. It's just made by and for people who don't care.
Rather, apparently the sample tread and pop is for TikTok bait. If it's recognizable, people use it in TikToks lean to higher sales. Yep, that perfectly lines up. Yeah, I feel like you're completely right about that. Like, I have nothing to add. I just think that you're right. Coi Leray's Benzino's daughter, apparently. Oh, yeah, no, she's got those blue name parents on Wikipedia. I've been watching all these videos now for 3 hours, but I haven't even asked chat, how are you doing? Happy New Year, This is finally the time where you're going to step up to your boss and say you want that 2-cent an hour raise. All right? This is about you. Yes, we pop champagne. 2023 sucked. It was pretty lame. I mean, it was pretty good for the channel, but that's about it. Happy New Year. Woo! I don't got a job yet. I'm too young, and you used the wrong two. Anyways, let's see what number 3 is.
3. Instead of asking why Drake is still big, let's ask how he got that big to begin with.
But get it while you
here, boy. Cause all that hype don't feel the same next year, boy.
Very few people have ever had Drake's level of fandom, and he commands that much loyalty because there really was something about the way he could shift between bravado and moody insecurity. More than anything, he painted a really compelling portrait of a frustrated guy who knew he was turning into a douchebag but didn't know what to do about it.
I don't think I'm conscious of making monsters.
He finished that journey a long time ago.
I need the Max
Swing. He just is a douchebag.
Okay, he really put 2 Drake songs on this list, and 2, he really put this song worse than Search and Rescue. Is actually terrible. That is so bad. That being said, you compare what he just played to the Slime You Out, and actually the drop of quality is quite noticeable.
In September, Drake's newest single, Slime You Out, shot straight to the top of the charts, becoming his 12th #1 single, which to me seems like it must be wrong because streams don't count if you turn it off after the first 16 seconds, which is about as far as anyone should have gotten. Here, this was my experience listening to it the first time.
I don't know what's wrong with you girls. I feel like y'all don't need love. You need somebody who can micromanage you, what I'm saying? Tell you right from wrong.
Oh my God.
Who's smart from who's a fool, what utensil to use for which food, like.
It's really... That's really how that shit starts? Wait, I don't remember that. It's terrible. Oh man, wait, that is actually so bad.
I don't know that a song has ever immediately pissed me off like this.
I got a schedule to attend to though. I can't really.
Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Agree with him? No. Laugh? It's not funny. I certainly don't want to hear him out to see where he's coming from.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing, is Search and Rescue doesn't have a SZA feature, alright? who absolutely saves the song.
Whipped and changed you like American slave.
In case you need to know what that means, Genius.com helpfully explains that the transatlantic slave trade was the tragic institution that enslaved 10 million African people. And cars and jewelry are called whips and chains, so this is exactly like slavery. Thank you, Genius.
Yeah. What was it? Got so many chains, I feel like a slave. Like the go-to line I hear so much from shit like Gunna. It's like that's the new wave of slime.
.com.
Lucky that I don't take back what was given.
I don't need to hear Drake being shitty to women. I just don't. Like, everything about the song is gross. The sentiment, the cover art, the visuals, the title.
I'm slamming you for them kid choices you made.
Oh yeah.
Fortunately, he only repeats it a couple hundred times. I've heard a couple definitions of what slime you out is supposed to mean. General consensus is it means use for sex and toss aside, which is unpleasant. But also, calling your song that hits about the same way as a diss track called I'm Gonna Diss You. Ooh.
I'ma fall back and let SZA talk her shit for a minute.
Also, Drake recruits SZA on this.
Slimy you out, and slimy you out.
I guess to make the song feel less one-sided, but it fails. It doesn't seem like she's firing back at him, Gautier style. It's more like she's talking about being in a similar situation. She's commiserating with him, really. I need someone to tell Drake directly to shut the fuck up. I know they have some kind of history, and she seems happy to work with him every time, but man, every time Drake is around SZA, I'm just like, get a job. Stay away from her. I understand that part of Drake's appeal is him being a dick. Like, I loved Marvin's Room, and it took a bit, but I made my peace with Hotline Bling, two of his shittiest as a human being songs. All I can say is it went down a lot easier when it was expressed with weakness, paranoia, jealousy.
Dude, oh my god, Hotline Bling. I'm so sick of that song. I'm so glad that I don't have to hear it anymore, because like I used to listen to the radio like all the time, and this song would just constantly play every 30 minutes.
See, I get all of that. Here the only emotion is entitlement and arrogance, but not in like a cool badass way, in the moaning, drowsy Drake kind of way.
January, you pretend to see life clearly.
One thing I can say for it, the song may suck, but at least it goes on for fucking ever. Like, there's a point where he goes through the entire calendar's worth of history with this girl he's sliming out.
July, that's when I found out July.
Wait, he does this though? He goes through the entire year?
And it feels like it takes the entire year. Man, Taylor's not going to be dropping that top spot anytime soon.
I give Slimy Out 5 out of 10. Mostly because SZA. And there is actually a vibe to that song that makes sense. December, that's the gift-giving month you want to rekindle. I see. And then it restarts from the very beginning, right? And then we get back to January, and then the cycle begins again.
Number 2. I ultimately had to put Richmond, North of Richmond on this list, but I felt bad about it. You know, maybe it's an act, but he at least seemed like
try
a
that,
nobody
try
who
that
wasn't
here
prepared to
in
be
a small
scrutinized.
town.
He just seemed over his
See
head.
how
I felt
far
bad
you
for
make
him.
it
And if nothing
down
else,
the
listening to that
road.
song really revealed to me how much I did not like that other song. A month before Oliver Anthony hit the jackpot, a different conservative country song hit the top of the charts. That would be from country star Jason Aldean. Maybe you don't know him. He did that one with Kelly Clarkson.
No, this dude, yeah, he's huge. I mean, this guy, I didn't even realize how big of an artist he is. But this dude's been doing this shit for forever. Not, you know, conservative crap, but like specifically writing whatever is popular at the moment to get the most sales.
He did the one that goes, dirt road, dirt road, dirt road, dirt road. Yeah, that was him.
Also, I think my ex once showed me a Jason Aldean song. And I think I remember within the first 10 seconds, is Red Solo Cup, is that what it is? Is that Jason Aldean or is that someone else? I just remember hearing about 10 seconds of it and being like, nope, and I ran off. I think she was very saddened by that. I think she was very offended. Toby Keith? Oh. Toby Keith, Jason Aldean. You know, this fucking might as well be inbred from the same family, dude. Like, I don't know, man.
Turns out the song I was thinking was actually Dirt Road Anthem. However, she also did show me Red Solo Cup. She showed me both.
Anyway, he was a big deal in the 2010s, but he was on his way out, and then everyone noticed how offensive this one song he released was and made a big stink about it, and Aldean rode the backlash all the way to the top of the charts. Guys, we gotta stop doing this. Anyway, I already didn't like it, but Richmond north of Richmond made me realize, wow, I really do hate this. At least Richmond had, authenticity, some grounding in.
No, he's right. No, the Richmond song was terrible, but at least it wasn't. Try that here in a small town, which is probably like the lowest bar you can basically crawl yourself over.
Sucker punch somebody on the sidewalk.
Yeah, but what's that guy? He made a review of this song recently. He's like plays the guitar. His dude's like really cool and shit. I just forgot what his name was. Yeah, Pat Finnerty. No, he was like, oh, maybe people like the song because of how it sounds, and then he's like, lady at a and then he plays it on the guitar. He's like, so it's not how it sounds.
If you insist. This is a song about how you idiots in the cities are a bunch of thugs and criminals, and if you tried that in a small town, you'd get your ass kicked. It's obviously a response to the BLM protests, and yeah, if you, a white guy, see a bunch of black protesters and fantasize about you and your buddies chasing them down the road and beating the shit out of them.
You know, now that I think about it, this is actually probably like the worst song of the year. Like, if you really think about it, it is so bad. No, it's like the more I think, I'm like, there's no real songs that like actively, throw fuel on the fire of like the worst people on the fucking planet, So, yeah. You know what building that is? Yeah, that's the local library where they give away books to black children and other, underprivileged people.
I mean, there's a word for that. Also, I'm not the first person to point this out, but the smallest town I've ever lived in was riddled with drugs and crime. Like, that's not reality. Aldean lives in a fantasy world where cities are all Death Wish 3 and small towns are Mayberry. No, not even Mayberry. Andy Griffith didn't threaten to pistol whip anybody. Even if Aldean's small town was real, I wouldn't want to live there. Sounds way more
Jim Crow Core? That is actually so real. What the fuck?
more dangerous, honestly. Sounds like there's a bunch of drunk, violent rednecks there. Anyway, Try That in a Small Town got criticized as basically a pro-lynching song. Aldean says that wasn't his intention at all. And the fact that
It's not his intention because he didn't write the fucking song, dude. This dude's just passed a song and he just sings it, dude. Like, seriously.
He filmed the video on the site of a historic lynching. He says he didn't know about that. He didn't intend that, which, fair. It is the South. Probably easy to do that by accident.
This is a map of all the atrocities the Pawnee settlers inflicted upon the Wamapoke Indians. The atrocities are in blue.
But, then what were you trying to say, man?
Mentioned this earlier, but it's ironic how he called the song "Try That Small Town." Yeah, he's from exactly, small town, dude. I'm in a town with like 3 people, all right, and 2 of them are me. So, like, you don't even know. Like, do not cross me, all right.
Why did you think that shit was happening? Why do you think people are spitting on cops? And like, he did an interview recently, and I was expecting him to say like, "Cops ain't racist, y'all leave them alone," or "There's no excuse for riots." Which, is at least something we can argue about, but that's not what he's saying. He doesn't actually disagree with the reasons behind the protest because he doesn't know those reasons even exist. As far as he knows, people are out in the streets entirely because they wanted to mug your grandma. This is his image of the protesters.
I love stealing. I love taking things.
Brain just shuts down when you try to explain to him that they are protesting violence too. I honestly think he's never heard the words Black Lives Matter before in his life.
It's on,
But there was people of all color doing stuff in the video. That's what I don't understand.
Okay, yes, but what were they protesting, Aldine? Name it. Like, it'd be one thing if this was just stupid, and he is quite stupid for the record. He goes into a whole thing ranting about gun control.
Got a gun that my granddad gave me.
He doesn't want to know why the city's at protest. He doesn't want to know why small southern...
No, he's got $1 million mansion and whatnot, right? The guy I talked about earlier, I already forgot his name, Pat Finnerty, yeah. He was showing how, like, all these people, like, I think he zoomed into, like, Jason Aldean's home, and he's showing, like, oh yeah, all these giant country stars. Look at their pools. They got all these giant pools in their backyards, you know what I mean?
southern towns don't look like safety if you're...
Wait, try that in Roblox blocks, bro. Try that in Roblox in the hood. Okay, see how far you make it down the road. Now let me tell you, I've played in the hood in Roblox. You can't even cross the street without getting either hit by a drive-by or shot from the other side of the map, okay? You don't even know, okay? All right, you don't understand where I've been.
...a certain skin color. This is not just a racist song, it's a song about the right to be a fucking moron. You're not a defender of decency, you're a fucking thug. Threaten minorities. Try that shit in the city, shit kicker. And before we get to number one, I don't really have many honorable mentions this year, but here are a couple.
All my life, I'm gonna keep you down, even trying to keep me down.
A children's choir. Come on, man. No one wanted this.
They shine, I never even heard a little buddy. To somebody murder little buddy. Now I'm on the phone searching little buddy name. Got a
man after my own heart.
Wow, that is... Wait, that shit was incredible. What the fuck?
I feel bad that the biggest Afrobeats hit is my least favorite, but I don't know. I just thought the hook was annoying. And also, I'm just never going to enjoy the sound of Selena Gomez's singing. I guess the publicity of Selena made the song bigger, but you shouldn't need a guest singer. This isn't like Justin Bieber on...
This looks like K-pop, but like, you know, basically the Walmart version of it.
Despacito. Like, these songs are already in English.
Peaches, 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 peaches.
Oh yeah, this song existed. Yeah, this song was annoying. I mean, I didn't really... I mean, God, when this was a thing, it pissed me off, dude. It was so annoying.
Peaches, 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 peaches.
My God, you people are easy. Jack Black has been doing this shtick since the 90s. It hasn't been funny in years.
Right?
Oh,
not Jake.
Sucks.
There's Golden Hour, the song where he's like, I showed this to my mother and then she finally stood up for the first time or something. I feel like that was like the song or something.
This is a country song about losing your virginity named after a fruit-based alcohol. You non-country fans might not know this, but there was already one of those. It's one of the most beloved country songs of the last 30 years. So, yeah, David Guetta isn't the only one making shameless rip-offs.
Dude, Flowers, the first time I heard it, I was like, this is alright. Second time I heard it, I was like, wait a second, this kind of seems sort of familiar, doesn't it? Third time I heard it, I'm like, wait, this is just a rip-off of When I Was Your Man by Bruno Mars, and I hate that song, and this is just a more upbeat version of it. The fourth time I heard it, I'm like, you know, it's not really a rip-off, it's more of a response song to it. I'm so tired of this song.
I don't get this one at all. It's far too mid in tempo, in energy, to be as uplifting as it wants. You know, a lot of people hate Jack Antonoff as a producer, and I don't agree. And when haters describe what his music sounds like to them, this is what I imagine they're describing. Are you sure you guys are fighting the right enemy? All right. And finally, the end.
All right, number one. Here we go.
That's number one.
Number one.
I really cannot justify not putting Try That in a Small Town at number one.
That's
true. It sucks. The song sucks. The guy sucks. It all sucks. Maybe I just feel like a weenie every time I knock down a song because it offends me politically. And maybe I just get a small guilty pleasure out of the dumb as fuck mullet guitar solo. Wow, wow, wow.
It's going to be This Is Why is number one.
I at least know who that song is for. I can imagine the guy who thinks that's the greatest song of all time. I wouldn't want to talk to him, but I understand who he is. Then there are the songs where I try to picture the person who thinks it's the greatest song ever, and I just cannot imagine who that person would be.
Last night we let the liquor talk. I can't remember it.
Damn. Wow. Last night we let the liquor talk. I somehow managed to like avoid this song for the entire year until I heard the what is it, the remix where it's like last night. Oh god, I want to say it. It's so cringe. It's intentionally cringe. I'll just do it and I'll just hold my breath, all right, and I won't look at the chat. But it's last night we let the Rizzler talk. That's all I'll say, but I can't. I'm losing my breath. Anyways, I heard that and I was like, damn, this is really catchy. Why is this so catchy? Must be, yeah, a grimace shaking Fortnite. That's what it was. Yeah. So, what's a Rizzler? I don't know. I don't blame you for not wanting to say it. Anyways, yeah, so the melody of this song is incredibly catchy. More so than most of the songs, if not all the songs on this list up to this point, to where I'd say just off of that alone, I enjoy it more. This is a very nothing song, which is why it would never make my list, but, you know.
Speaking as someone whose income kind of depends on the popularity of popular music, I resent this song for no other reason than because it proved how worthless a #1 hit is these days. Believe it or not, this is not on here because of the whole drunkenly saying the N-word controversy. I was horribly disappointed by it.
Don't forget the
Rizzler. I did a whole
Rizzler
video about my feelings on it. But at this point, I'm a little inclined to defend him a tiny bit. Like, the entire country music industry put him on timeout because he's making everyone look bad. But
didn't he already talk about how his whole feelings about this situation? And he just mentioned it. Now he's going on like, I should give him a little bit of slack. He already explained why he doesn't want to give him slack, because he didn't really have to, you know, he didn't really receive any backlash, you know, financially or success-wise from the situation.
But, like, they're making him look bad, too. He probably could have just apologized and moved on if there wasn't already a raging debate about Music Row's history of racial exclusion. And like, he didn't do that. He's not the reason black artists can't make $1 in Nashville. That's you. You motherfuckers in suits.
Hold on. What video would I want Fantano to review for Classics Week? Oh, easy. Soundtracks for the Blind. I would pay him. I would pay him to do that. Please, for the love of God, review Soundtracks for the Blind. I could not ask for anything more. Yeah, I think about it. Like, if I had one, that would be it. For the love of God, please. Now that I'm thinking about it, I might even listen to it again tonight.
Did that, you hypocrites? And I would see critics saying, like, oh, if Wallen is so apologetic, why doesn't he put Black Lives Matter kiosks at his concerts or have a black opening act? Cringe. Imagine having to be the token black...
This picture...
person on Morgan Wallen's I Swear I'm Really Sorry tour. No one wants him to do anything except shut up and sing, an assignment that he has dutifully performed. So I swear this is not about him as a person, and I swear it's not just a hot take either. I do really think the biggest song of the year is the worst. And by the end of the year, where it's still charting high 11 months later, it causes me physical pain.
But baby, something's telling me this ain't over yet.
Like, I'm no purist or anything, but yes, the blatant crossover selling out is part of it. I've heard Wallen's hits this year called Drake with a Twang. Like, if only. It's Maroon 5. If that's not your first comparison, you're doing it wrong. I got a comment that actually called it.
You don't like Shadow Man's voice? I think he's got a good voice.
It's even written by a guy who writes most of Maroon 5's hits. Of fucking course. Maroon 5 may have finally been banished from the charts, but they still find a way onto this list in spirit.
Last night I kissed your lips, make you grip the sheets with your fingertips.
What really makes it Maroon 5-esque is just the flavor.
Hey, what's up, Darwin? The desires of the backrooms, expanding liminal spaces, and simulacras from Soundtracks to the Blind to Boards of Canada, Gio Gotti, and Breakcore. Oh, Gio Gotti! Oh my God! Wait, Gio Gotti would be such a good one for Classics Week 2. Gio Gotti, Soundtracks to the Blind.
Of it. It's kind of
also put out the Maya MIA Maya Redux.
Douchey, but not douchey enough to have a personality. It's kind of about sex, but not really sexy.
Call your mama, I call you bluff, and in the middle of the night, pull it right back up. Yeah.
It's nominally about a difficult relationship, but there's no emotional distress in it.
You told me that you wish I was somebody you never met.
In 2020, I was convinced that this guy was the most promising and exciting new star in any genre. But after 48 brutal weeks of this shit, I never want to see him or his mullet or whatever hair he's wearing now ever again. You should have to spend all of next year apologizing for this.
No way was I last night.
What YouTuber is this? I'm not going to say, because I'm going to say that this was my video and I made this. I'm him.
Yes. Anyway, that all sucked, but I think we can all agree that however bad those songs were, they won't cause you any actual physical harm. If that's something you are interested in, though.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you everyone for watching. All right, so let's talk about the list real quick. All right, so he put music into a list order, and then he used "This Is Why" as the bumper music, which made me cry. Yeah, so for me, I wouldn't even have Last Night on this list. I wouldn't have Slime You Out. There's a lot of songs on here. I wouldn't have Vampire. I mean, realistically, though, like, here's the thing, though, about me, is worst hit songs doesn't interest me as much as worst songs. Like, I've seen some shit. Okay? I've seen some shit. All of these songs are literally amazing in comparison with, like, let's see. Let me go to the worst songs ever playlist. Yeah, like this. Here we go. Tell me if you've ever heard a song worse than this.
Innocence tainted by pure lunacy. Cursed by the slash of a shape-shifting beast. Oh no. This can't be. Demonic infection.
Okay, yeah. Tell me if you've ever heard a song worse than this.
It's S-I-double-N-A. Lego. Hey girl, you know you're the baddest bitch I've ever seen, girl. You know you're the
2016, by the way.
Damn girl, you bout it. Let's hear. I got things I'm fighting off, but I don't give a fuck. 'Cause I found the one. My niggas like, where you going, son? I tell him I got the baddest bitch I'm trying to have some fun. I am the realest nigga in all motherfucking business. I got the baddest bitches.
Like, this will never be a hit. But you've got... Anyways, yeah. Unironically, better than half of Todd's list. I mean, what do you mean by that? Better? A better choice or a better song? Sinna. Yeah. Yeah, is what Big Sinna.
Bitches love Big Sinna, cause Sinna is that nigga. Sitting in Ferraris, we get lots of money. Bitches love Big Sinna, cause Sinna is that nigga. Ain't nobody.
God, no, it literally is. No, it's literally just Chief Keef. Anyways, I want to thank everybody for being here. It's 1 o'clock, so I need to go to bed because I have a long stream tomorrow. I will be back. We'll be doing a paid reaction stream, and hopefully I will be able to set up the soundboard, or at least some stuff. You know, maybe we won't have the soundboard tomorrow, but you know, I gotta get this computer back to where it should be. Why are they up and yelling? What the hell?